The V on the bottom of this suggests that it was made in 1893.
That would make sense.
We're having an appraisal clinic here, and this one's kind of unusual because it's limited to items that are pottery, porcelain, or glass. Now, I'm quite sure that people who come will bring in other things, but the focus is on those three items.
Now, this used to be a cheese base with a dome that went on top. These were made and sprigged on, which means they were attached separately to the base. Very pretty piece. Like this, just the base, about $150.
And do you clean or just leave it as it is?
No, clean it.
Well, I think that the roadshow exploded on the American public's consciousness. Suddenly, those old things were valuable.
Interestingly, for some reason that I don't understand, collectors love these staple repairs. And they don't really hurt the value. I mean, this puppy's been broken in half, but because it was staple repairs, people are willing to forgive, and I don't understand.
It's a way to reconnect with the past, a way to reconnect with grandmother and great-grandmother and granddad and what have you.
It's 18th century. It's called Battersea enamel. This one is really sweet. It's in pretty good shape.
Well, I found out about a Battersea enamel snuff box. It has written on the top, "Glory to the Blessed Liberty," and it sounds like it's in the category of the Revolutionary War, and in fact it is late 18th century. It descended in my family from a Calvin Johnson and a Nancy McCamey Johnson, and they came to Warren County in 1814. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about it.
This one's lovely. I'm not particularly worried about the damage. This one's worth about $600. That's very nice. But that one is like circa 1780. Iron red, cobalt blue. This is called Gushy blue.
I found out that this is a fish bowl, which surprised me. It actually held water, and they put live fish in it. It's Imari, Japanese.
Not exquisitely painted, but very nice. This is about $1,800.
We have done a very, very bad thing, those of us who do television. We have given the impression that the world is littered with gold, that you know, there's diamonds in everybody's attic, and this isn't true.
How should I put this? Think of them as being knockoffs. There's a word for them. They're called cheapwares, meaning that they were made not for art purposes but for consumer.
But if I see 1,000 items today, if there are 10 that are outstanding, that will be a very good day.
The work here is extremely crude. It was
Yeah,
done.
I think it is too.
It was done for export, and it was done, you know, for people in Belgium to tell people who didn't know, you know, what they were looking at, that it was 300 years
But
old.
you can make those discoveries. But finding something that's worth $100,000 or $1 million almost never happens.
This is Blue Willow.
Yes.
Do you know the legend?
What's the legend?
Well, the legend is that there were lovers, the daughter of the Emperor of China.
It's probably the only time when people can find buried treasure. I mean, it's like going on a treasure hunt and discovering something wonderful in your own house. So it really does go beyond economic. It goes to discovery. And sometimes people have been really knocked out by the history of what they have.
Her father, when the gods took pity on them and turned them into doves. Now, that legend was invented by the English to sell China.
That's great.